It's a new day, and it's pretty early. I think I finally fixed my sleep schedule, guys. Today I woke up at 8. I went to bed around 2, and woke up at 8. So nice. Finally waking up at a reasonable hour, although now it's 11:02. I've been messing around for the last little while, trying to get a couple of things done. Mainly, I've been pondering putting up... my hand on that. Putting up a Terra Firmacraft server for the longest time. And today I'm finally getting started with that. However, I wanted to use one of the pre-made Terra Firmacraft servers. I was looking at Techro Firmacraft, and it was one of the pack that I can't remember, but both of them were extremely laggy on my computer. Actually, they were so laggy that I am curious. I don't know if it's the pack itself or if it's the computer. So right now I'm testing it out on 2 other computers. I have the laptop over here, which is running it more or less exactly the same as the desktop at 30 to 40 FPS, which I would expect from a computer like this. And yes, pretty much everything is turned down. So now I'm going to give it a try on this on the second desktop and see how it runs on here. If it runs well on here, or if at least it runs decently, then I'll know it's an issue with my desktop. And if it's an issue with my desktop, that's going to be unfortunate because I won't be able to record on it because, let's see if I go in here. If we come in here, oh, computer went to sleep apparently. Ow, just whacking myself left and right. We come here and then we play this game. As you can see, frame rate is hovering in the 40s to 20s and it is just extraordinarily laggy. And I have no clue why. So, like I said, on here too, all the settings are turned way down. And it's still super laggy. So, I don't know what's up with that. But it has loaded over here. So what we're going to do is come over here, go on to the public server that they have for this mod pack. Come on, log in faster, and see how it runs on this. And ooh, I have scratches all over my screen. Oh no, those seem new. The screen on the camera, not that it's the most important of things, but come on, load faster, so slow. This pack is big. Now the thing is, if I do make the server, I want to make it a public server. And if it's a public server, then it needs to be playable on people's computers, which right now I'm a little worried that it's not. Although, it seems to be running decently on here. Let's see, let's go change that to unlimited, 6 chunks, bright, VSync off, graphics fast. And now, go back here, and, well, frame rate's the exact same. It's still hovering in the 30 FPS range, but it seems a lot smoother. The distance between each frame seems much better than that of the other one, so it seems definitely much better on this than it does on the other computers, but still I'm getting the same frame rate of between 30 and 40, dipping down into the teens every once in a while, and I don't know why. I think I'm gonna have to ask a couple of people to try to run the pack on their computer and tell me how it runs, because this one's pretty crappily. This is really bad, only 30 to 40 FPS, and I have a feeling it's because of all of the detail blocks that are on things like the trees. As you can see, this tree isn't... oh, where'd it go? This tree isn't super blocky. There's a bunch of extra detail added in on it, and I don't know, I think that's one of the mods that makes things look really nice, and I'm gonna need to possibly disable it or tell people don't use that mod because it's going to be super laggy if you use it. But, yeah. I just want this to work. I just want this to work well. I'm not even going to bother trying to run it on this computer because, Core 2 Duo isn't exactly going to be the best for it. But I do have my eyes set on this computer to do something else. For the longest time, I've wanted to make a YouTube series of how to make videos well, because it's really easy to make a video for YouTube. But it's still pretty easy to make it look good, yet people don't always know that. So what I want to do is use that computer, probably this or that computer, and that computer as 3 different levels of computers, and maybe my desktop too. 3 to 4 different levels of computers and how good they are, and show you how to record and render out footage that looks good on each of those respective computers. So for example, that being a Core 2 Duo, it's not exactly a powerful computer, but I could still make high quality videos using it. as I could with the desktop, or with that laptop, that desktop, and obviously the normal desktop. It's all about, like, knowing what to use to record something and then rendering it out in a way that's good. And now that I have this desktop, I could actually do this series, because before I didn't have a really low-end computer. I have the laptops, which are not, like, super powerful, but they're a good representation of what you would get if you bought something new nowadays. While this is something that someone might have that, like, they got a computer from their parents that's not exactly the best, but they have a computer and it's their only computer. So that would be something that anyone would have, and it would be like the baseline. If you have something as good as this, you can make a video that looks like this. And likewise, if you have something as good as that, you can make a video that looks like this. Or if you have a desktop that has an actual graphics card, you can make a video look like this. Or if you have a high-end desktop that's somewhere over there, you can make it look fantastic, and this is how you do it. And that's been an idea that I've had for a long time that I've never gotten around to, but yeah, now that this is loaded... Well, now that this is loaded and had a moment to, like, actually do stuff, wow, frame rate is significantly higher on this computer, despite this computer being inferior in every way to my desktop, and I have no clue why, actually. This is getting, like, 50 FPS, and I believe this one's probably hovering in the, not 50, in the 40 FPS range, so, well, it dips when I move around, but that's to be expected due to the integrated graphics and the weak mobile processor. But desktop... The desktop is neither of those. The desktop is horrifically laggy. So laggy. Like, why? It's so bad. I'm gonna meddle around with this a little bit more to see if I can figure out what's causing that. And hopefully I can fix that. Well, I think I found the problem. For some reason, my processor has reverted itself back to stock. Actually, it's reverted itself to worse than stock. Right now, for some reason, my processor is being recognized as an x5640 instead of an x5650, and I have a feeling that is because I bumped down the ratio to 19 times, and then the base clock was reset. So I'm going to check CPU-Z to see if that also confirms my idea. So this is being detected correctly, however... this is not. So, that's the problem. That's why everything is so laggy. Let's restart into my BIOS, and let's fix this darn problem. In order to get into my BIOS, I have to change the input device, actually, from DisplayPort to HDMI, because right now I don't have a monitor plugged into the second graphics card, which is what runs, what boots when I first turn on the computer. I just haven't removed the second graphics card, but... such a dumb thing. Wow. I have no clue what caused that. Well, let's fix that. Well, in the BIOS, the speed is set correctly. It was not changed, and everything is where it should be. That was set at 133, at least that's what it said in Windows, and now it's set to 211. Well, it was set to 211 when I entered the BIOS, which confuses me. I have no clue why this booted up at 2.6 gigahertz. Actually, I do. Because the other day, my computer wouldn't turn on. I turned it on, nothing happened, I turned it off and turned it back on. So, the last time that it booted, it must have been, it reverted back, and since I've restarted, it's reverted back to its original settings. So confusing! So dumb. Okay, so now the computer's gonna reboot, hopefully at 4 gigahertz instead of at not 4 gigahertz, and hopefully it'll all work. I think? Maybe? Something like that. Well, the overclock is fixed. We're now running at 4 gigahertz again, and let's see if this works correctly or if my frame rate is going to be hilariously bad. So, maximize this, and wait, because all Feed the Beast mod packs take an unfortunately long time to start up. Come on, go faster, so slow! Oh, there we go. There's the other me. There's the other account that's currently logged in. I also disabled the Better Foliage mod, and oh, would you look at that, my frame rate is now very smooth. I'm now getting like 60 FPS. So, it was because my CPU unoverclocked itself. Wow, this is an extraordinarily CPU-intensive mod pack. Like, more so than I would think, but I guess that makes sense considering I was running it on a 2.6 gigahertz processor, and now that it's back up to 4 gigahertz, it seems like it is fast enough. So that's good. That's very good. I'm going to do a little bit more testing to see how things are running, and I'll ask a couple of people to give the mod pack a try, just to make sure that other people can run it that don't have, like, super fantastic computers. So, be back in a bit. So I went to McDonald's with Max, and we went, like, I don't know, hour and a half, 2 hours ago, and they got my usual double quarter pounder. Checked the bag, see if everything's there. We got something for Mary too, so I got like a double quarter pounder, 2 double cheeseburgers, and large fries. Everything was in there, the burgers were there, the box was there, so now I want to eat the burger. Go pick it up, and it's a really light box. And I'm like, what? Open it up, check, and there's no meat on my burger.
Unacceptable.
We've been to this McDonald's so many times, and so many times they've messed up our order. Like, I'd say 33%, yeah, about a third of the time that we go, they mess up the orders.
But, like, okay, I understand you forget something. You forget an apple pie, you forget, like, some fries, a drink, whatever. Okay.
Forget the meat on a burger!
Forget the meat on a cheeseburger! Like, what are you doing?
It's
you
just
bun,
cheese.
You put the cheese, you put the cheese, you put the ketchup, you put the other bun, and you serve it? What is that?
It's so light, too. Wow. So, guess we're going back. 2 hours later. Found the receipt, which is good, because I wasn't sure if I still had that, but got that.
Unacceptable.
I'm so angry.
You work in fast food.
And you don't put on the meat. Tisk tisk. Return, and they gave us free pies, which I guess is nice because we had to drive back for it. Now back to what we were doing. Finally got my burger, and it has meat on it. Yay! And it's warm. That's actually like the best part. It's not going to be re-microwaved, but yeah, we got 2 strawberry pies and an apple pie for free, and then we got 2 apple pies when we went originally. So now we have a lot of apple pie, or we have a lot of pies. I don't see a problem with that. If only we didn't have to make a second trip to get it. But now I must eat this delicious burger. Uh-oh, bad habits. Ending the vlogs off on the wrong day once again. I think this makes 2 days in a row, 3 days in a row. Should stop that. But I'm gonna end yesterday's video off right now. I was gonna end it off on my way back, but it was really dark, so I figured you wouldn't be able to see me. And then I came back and I did a couple of things and fell asleep for a little while, and well, now here I am many hours later. It is 11 o'clock. Don't worry, I slept a little bit, but that'll be for tomorrow's vlog. But I do hope that you guys enjoyed today's video, and I will see you all again in a few minutes. So until then, see you guys later.